Hello friends, this is Carol Baldwin with Right to Ignite, and today I have another teen with me, EthanKing, and he is going to talk to us, to me and to you, about the books that he likes and the books that he doesn't like. So Ethan, when you're picking out a book to read, what do you look for in the books that you read?
I know it's bad, but the cover is always, the cover is a big part of it.
Okay.
And also just a good, decent summary of, like, just to see if I even want to read the book in the first place, just so, hey, does it sound cool? And generally the first few chapters, if I don't like it, then I'll put it down and pick up another book.
Okay,
so.
Well, since you started with covers, tell me, we all would like to know, what do you look for in a cover? What makes a cover appealing to you?
I don't know, just some sort of, like, cool, design, or some, just something that looks, I'm big in more action type of books, so
Okay.
something that looks like it would be like some type of sports book, if you have like a cool photo of someone taking a sports shot, or something like that.
Okay, so when you say cool, what types of books are cool in your mind?
I like, as I said, I like sports, action, fantasy. I like some war stories, nonfiction.
Okay.
I like most books, not poetry or Shakespeare, but
Well, I was just going to ask you, what don't you like? What would make you put a book down?
if it said Shakespeare on it.
Okay. Most of us don't write Shakespeare. Shakespeare's already been done.
Well, I know that, but still, from school I have scars. Anyway, so I would...
Yeah, what would make you put a book down?
A slow beginning would make it a pretty slow beginning. It needs to have some action in the beginning. Obviously, you need to develop the characters, but it's still necessary to have a little bit of action in the forefront, even if it's stuff that takes place later in the book.
Okay, so you want to quickly get into the book.
Yes.
All right. Do you ever read fiction that's particularly Christian fiction?
I have read the Andrew Peterson series before.
Okay.
I forget what it's called. It's like, it's the King Feather Saga.
Okay. Do you recommend that?
Yeah, I recommend that. It's very, very well written.
Okay.
Very good books. There's a few others that I just can't name off the top of my head. I read so many books.
Okay.
But
all right. So is that a history, or is that fantasy?
That's fantasy.
That's fantasy. Okay. So my last question to you is, the people who are going to be watching this video are writers, and they are wanting to write for a person like yourself. What advice would you like to give particularly to a Christian writer who is writing for teens? What would you like to say to them?
Just find something that is somewhat relevant to today, and somehow, like, you need to have something that's realistic, but that can tie into scripture at the same time.
Okay. So relevant to what?
So relevant to, like, current events, or really, I like historical stuff, so anything, I like historical fiction too, so just something that relates to scripture. I mean, and I know that some Christian books, like, I've read some that just, like, you can tell, they substitute, like, God, and, like, they substitute, like, hey, this person represents God, like,
C.S. Lewis books?
Yeah, C.S. Lewis, and stuff like that. That's very good. Just, you need to have some sort of representation of the gospel, but at the same time make it an adventure with the characters.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Ethan,
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.